Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
Hey, so we've still got fallout, Lewis, happening from the midterm election last week. A bunch of funny stuff to get to. We've got drunk Republicans, hypnotized Republicans. But first, I want to mention this obsession that we're seeing with the word repudiation. I've heard probably 10 different conservatives since the election talk about how this election is a repudiation of Barack Obama, of Democrats, of Nancy Pelosi, so on and so forth. I think more than Republicans actually thinking that this is a repudiation, they want to prove that they know the word. Because remember, of course, Sarah Palin, first she tweeted the word repudiate, and people said, defending her, said, no, it was just a typo, it's just a typo. But then she actually said the word repudiate on Fox News. Oh, no, it's just a verbal typo, that's all it is. So clearly Republicans
just want to use the word to prove to the populace that they know it.
They know the word. That's exactly right. They know all about repudiating. They said it right, and they believe that we have seen a repudiation of the Obama agenda, so to speak.
I believe them. I think they know the word.
Do you agree that they know the word, at least?
They know the word, yes.
Okay, so John Boehner. We talked last week about how John Boehner cried at his victory speech, and it was very emotional. And some people are getting angry that he is being made fun of for having cried. You know, I haven't heard anyone making fun of him for crying. I personally don't care. There's nothing to make fun of there. But what is now starting to be mentioned is the possibility that Boehner was actually drunk during that speech. Did you hear about this, Lewis?
No.
Yeah, people are saying that he had been drinking. Insiders are saying he had actually been drinking the entire time, and that it wasn't that he was really that emotional. It was just that the guy was drunk.
Really?
Maybe all this time that he
I mean, what was it? Why would you be doing that? If you know there's a chance you could win, why would you get all sauced up?
No, I don't think that's the issue. I think that he was just drinking. It wasn't whether he thought he could win or not, and then he just lost control of his facilities a little bit. And this would explain a lot, because maybe he's not really orange from tanning. Maybe he's just red from drinking.
Red face?
Yeah, that could be what's going on. Let's take a listen. Let's take a look also if you're watching on TV, and just you examine it, Lewis. Being a bartender and you are legally responsible for cutting people off. Examine this and tell me if you think that he may be under the influence of alcohol. Hopefully, if we can get this thing pulled up. I don't know what's going on. Here we go.
I spent my whole life chasing the American dream.
I don't know. I mean, he's kind of crying, but he has this weird smirk on his face. Maybe he was drunk. We just don't know. It's certainly possible.
I can't really tell.
He's absolutely not even making it clear to you.
Nope.
All right.
Could be.
And then we have Michele Bachmann. Michele Bachmann was interviewed by Chris Matthews. This is so funny. On election night, Michele Bachmann from Minnesota won. And Chris Matthews interviews her. And he asks her essentially the same question, or different questions rather, three or four times. And she gives the same answer every single time. So Chris Matthews starts to get a little bit confused about, well, why would she be answering the exact same way? And he actually asks her if she's in some kind of a trance or if she's been hypnotized. Let me play this for you. It's so funny. And also, keep an eye out behind Michele Bachmann. A sign pops up that says something like, "How's the tingle now, Chris?" Because Chris Matthews a couple of weeks ago said an Obama speech inspired him in a way that sent the tingle up his leg. And somebody actually got the sign on camera, which is pretty funny. The funniest part, though, is the interaction here with Michele Bachmann, just kind of staring straight into the camera, repeating the same thing over and over again.
And then number 3, we need to make sure that we secure the United States borders. And number 4, we need to make sure that we don't have a huge increase in national energy tax. Those are the 4 issues that the American people want the Congress to deal with, because they want to get certainty back into the economy.
Right.
What this election shows is that people believe in this country. They love free enterprise.
Right.
They love capitalism. They want to make sure that we have jobs going
let me ask you, Congresswoman Bachmann, are you hypnotized tonight? Has someone hypnotized you? Because no matter what I ask you, you give the same answer. Are you hypnotized? Has someone put you under a trance tonight? Did you give me the same answer no matter what question I put to you?
I think the American people are the ones that finally are speaking tonight. We're coming out of our trance. Really, we're coming out of our nightmare.
Okay,
and so
well,
I think people are thrilled tonight. I imagine that thrill is probably maybe not quite so tingly on your leg anymore.
I know you get to that. Your sign holder has already raised that issue. Well, someday we'll have you on the show again, and we'll get to the investigations. But congratulations.
Incredible. She really did seem to be kind of in a weird trance.
Right, but I mean, before that, he asked her
different questions,
3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, if she was going to follow up with her plans
to investigate un-American
activities
right.
by the Democrats.
Yeah,
and she gave the first response you heard. She gave that 3 times in a row, and then even after he asked her if she's hypnotized, she gives that same answer.
It's incredible.
Again.
Maybe she just couldn't hear him. That's the only logical explanation. But honestly. The other thing with Michele Bachmann, as crazy as she is, I thought the Tea Party was anti-incumbent, but they're obsessed with Michele Bachmann, a clear insider, Republican, fundraiser incumbent. Maybe they're just in favor of the politicians that are only slightly connected to reality, whether they're incumbents or not. I can't explain it. It really makes no sense to me.
That got me. I don't know.
You can't make heads or tails out of it.
Nope.
The David Pakman Show is made possible by listeners like you and by Greenfield Savings Bank, building a strong community one account at a time, with neighborhood offices in Greenfield, Amherst, Conway, Shelburne Falls, South Deerfield, and Turners Falls, and online at greenfieldsavings.com. By the Daily Hampshire Gazette and GazetteNet.com, connecting our communities with local news and information. By DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at DIFdesign.com. Find out more about underwriting The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.